Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi everyone. Let me introduce myself. My name is Inayah Qonita. My student number is 22222401 and 70. I am from class 4D. In this presentation, I would like to present my final project. The title is Curriculum Analysis and Teaching Module Development for English Learning in PSD Grade 7 Junior High School. Before discussing the project, I would like to explain the background of this study. The Merdeka curriculum emphasizes student-centered learning and development of practical competences. In English learning, students are expected not only to understand language concepts, but also to use English effectively in daily communication. One of the basic competences that students need to master is greeting and introduction. These skills are important because they help students communicate in simple social situations and build confidence in using English. Therefore, this final project aims to analyze the curriculum components and develop a teaching module that is aligned with the learning outcome, learning objective, ATP, and assessment strategies in the Merdeka curriculum. First, I analyzed the learning outcomes or capaian pembelajaran in the Merdeka curriculum. Based on the analysis, English learning in PEST focuses on developing students' communicative competence through listening, speaking, reading, and writing skills. Students are expected to use English in daily communication, especially in familiar situations such as greeting, introduction, and simple interaction. In this slide, I analyzed the curriculum structure. English is taught through student-centered learning and focuses on meaningful communication. The learning materials include greeting, self-introduction, introduction to others, personal information, and simple dialogues. These materials help students build basic communication skills in English. The next is I formulated the learning objective and learning objective sequence or ATP. The learning objective including identifying greeting expression, understanding self-introduction, introducing themselves and others, and performing simple conversation confidently. The ATP was designed in a sequence starting from recognizing greetings, understanding introduction expressions, practicing conversation, and ending with role play activities. This sequence allows students to learn gradually and systematically. And then I designed the learning assessment. The assessments consist of diagnostic assessment, formative assessment, and summative assessment. Diagnostic assessment is used to identify students' prior knowledge. Formative assessment is conducted during the learning process to monitor student progress. Summative assessment is used to evaluate students' achievement at the end of the lesson. The next, I developed a teaching module with the topic greeting and introduction. The module aims to help students understanding greeting expression, introduce themselves and others, and communicate confidently in simple conversation. The learning activities include video observation, dialogue practice, peer work, discussion, and role-play activities. These activities encourage active participation and improve student communication skills. This is for the detail of learning activities. In conclusion, the Merdeka curriculum supports communicative and student-centered English learning. The alignment between learning outcomes, learning objective, ATP, assessment, and teaching module creates meaningful learning experience for students. Through these teaching modules, students are expected to develop confident and practical communication skills in English. From the reflection section, I would like to share what I learned from completing this final project. Throughout this project, I gained a deeper understanding of how important learning planning is in the teaching and learning process. Before working on this project, I thought that teaching mainly focuses on delivering materials in the classroom. However, I learned that effective teaching begins with carefully planning and alignment between curriculum components. One of the most valuable lessons I learned is the relationship between learning outcomes, learning objective, ATP, assessment, and teaching modules. Each component must be connected and support one another. By analyzing the curriculum and designing the teaching module, I realized that lesson planning is not simple preparing activities, but also ensuring that every activity contributes to the achievement of learning goals. During the process, I also faced several challenges. One challenge was organizing the learning objective and ATP in a logical sequence that met students' needs and abilities. Another challenge was designing assessment that could accurately measure student learning progress. This challenge encouraged me to think critically and make decisions based on educational principles. Furthermore, this project helped me understand the importance of student-centered learning in the Merdeka curriculum. As future teachers, we are expected to create meaningful learning experience that encourage students to participate actively and develop their communication skill confidently. That's all for me. Thank you for watching and see ya.